Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the LA Sevens. This one, a playoff for 7th place between Australia and the USA. Now, in this contest, there's going to be a lot on the line. These two sides want to get those few extra points to help boost them up. Definitely because of what we've seen with Great Britain making their way through to the final. But the Australian lineup will be Henry Hutchinson, Matthew Gonzalez, Michael Isley, Hayden Sargent, Nathan Lawson, James Turner, and Dietrich Roach. Then for the USA, Madison Hughes, Joe Schroeder, Marcus Tupuola, Auburn Biza, I should say, Maka Anufe, Perry Baker, and Aaron Cummings there as well. So the USA, they are currently ranked a little bit lower than they would like to be. I believe they are sitting in either 8th or 6th as we currently sit. France, who were ranked 7th, have made their way through to the final, so there's points on the line for them as well. Just seeing the end of Brazil versus Ireland, then we are straight into the action for this game. Now, I should mention there is another game that is happening just around the corner. That is a 5th place playoff game between Fiji and Argentina. We will also be covering that one on the channel. But do let me know your score predictions for this game. It is hard to know who will come into this game with more momentum. I'd like to think that the USA at home would have one last big showing. Of course, the women's USA side playing off for bronze, men's playing off for the 7th place position. But still feel like Australia have got plenty to prove here. They've got Henry Hutchinson back in the starting lineup. Isley, they're given the opportunity too. Dietrich Roach in the starting side. It's making quite a few changes compared to what we saw throughout their last game. But losing to Great Britain in those quarterfinals were definitely not part of the plan for Australia, although most of the favourites were beaten in the quarter-final games. We saw Spain advance further than they ever had before. We saw the Irish in the winning streak of Argentina. And also, we saw the home side defeated by the French. Perry Baker, though, X-Factor player. We saw that pretty much all throughout this competition. So USA are ranked 8th. Australia ranked 5th. Now, of course, depending on how these other two sides go, you can slowly find yourself dwindling further and further down. Huge amount of points that are available on offer. Of course, the winner of the whole competition gets themselves 20. Shout out to Brazil ladies. Says the Blues now, getting themselves the win over the Irish. Very impressive. In that last game, I believe 28 points to 14 was the score there. But Henry Hutchinson with the captaincy, he's had 49 career tournaments, so the next one will be his 50th. That'll be taking place in Hong Kong throughout those almost 50 tournaments, having 116 tries. For Perry Baker, though, they do show him as the X Factor. He has had a lot more tries than that. He has scored for fun over the last decade, or less than a decade, for the USA. I got there as well. Did the game start, says Delano? Not quite. They are just about to get underway for this contest. They are running about 5 minutes behind compared to the original scheduled times. That is due to some extra time that we have seen in past games. We get there, Talia de Silva. Costa, fast and fury, too quick, says Blues. Now, go the USA, says Robert. It's going to be the USA giving this kick towards the Australians. Madison Hughes ready to kick this one off. So this is for 7th place. Points are crucial on the overall 7 circuit table. It is kicked up high, nicely taken by Henry Hutchinson. Now Nathan Lawson going across to the left-hand side. There is no Nick Maloof in the starting lineup. No Josh Turner either, but they have got Jimmy the Jet Turner. James Turner, that is. Just out from their own 22. Hey, what's up, buddy? I opened YouTube and saw your first stream today. Says Coding. I hope you are doing well, Coding. We've got a few more coming later on tonight as well. Who do you reckon has taken it, says Delano? I believe, even though the USA have the home field advantage, I think that Australia will probably try and starve them of possession. A nice run forward from Dietrich Roach. I'd also give the bench advantage to Australia. Starting lineup-wise, though, I would say it's the USA. Have $20 on Australia, says Delano. Were they favourites, Delano, or underdogs in this matchup? Henry Hutchinson now taking the quick tap. And I hope they can grow and get more people. Would love to see a Rugby of Brazil grow. Inside border, Dietrich Roach after James Turner. They've just missed the tackle. Mike Friday giving an interview at the moment, talking about the fact that they've just seen the try. He said that they are extremely strong on attack Australia and they have to try and shut them down and make their tackles. But unfortunately their missed tackle attempt from Perry Baker just couldn't quite stretch out far enough to be able to line them up. It's going to make the score now 7-0 for the Australians. And the kick has gone over. 5 minutes still left in this first half. There's going to be a lot of tries throughout this game. I have that feeling, just back and forth. USA are not out of this game yet, even though they're down by 7. Of course, not where they wanted to be at this point of the match, but there is still time and they can still improve. Dietrich Roach now to kick this one off. Has gone short, nicely claimed there by the USA and Joe Schroeder. Perry Baker now works it away to the left-hand side, step in the midfield from Cummings. Now back on the inside, Tupuola. Ball available now again. Cummings plays half. Lucas Camp going to be coming off the bench for the USA later on in this game, but first of all, they are going to be shifting it out wide. This is going to be Bizer. 30 metres out from the line, Anufe. Pressure on him, and it's stolen by the Australians again. Matt Gonzalez. They will not catch him this time. And Australia now in the first 3 minutes have scored themselves 2 tries. So getting off to an extremely quick start in this matchup. I'll be more than happy with that. That is a second try of the LA Sevens. Anufe just knocks that ball on. Because of it, means that they do break away. So that was actually Isley who got that turnover for the Australians. Very nicely scored. Now lining up this kick does just miss away to the side. So the score will remain 12 points to 0 for the Australians. The USA, like I said, they've still got time, but they need to stop this try-scoring chain that the Australians have created. 3 minutes left. Dietrich Roach kicks it off to the near side into the shade. So it would be a lot easier for the players to see, and that has been proven by James Turner reaching up and getting himself that ball there. Australia retaining their kickoff. Now Roach thought about the inside ball. He's tackled high by Tupuola. So it will be the penalty. Quick tap taken by Matthew Gonzalez. Goes off to Henry Hutchinson. Try and break through, gives it off to James Turner. Now inside ball to Gonzalez. Another offload to Turner, and it's the 3rd try of the match for the Australians. They are on fire at the moment. And I don't see this changing. If USA cannot make their tackles and can't stop that line break, I think that this game could get even more one-sided than it already is. We'll go like that and like that. Like I said, just the miscommunication there for the USA. Just seems like something's not quite working for them out there on the field. And crazy against this Delano, yeah, extremely dominant from the Australians, which I don't think many people were anticipating. Like, I saw they were slightly in the lead in terms of the odds. I just checked before at the start of the game, it was $1.84 in favour of the Australians, but this is definitely different to what we expected. Who's in the final? It is Great Britain versus France. So there's a good chance that we see a new side crowned. Again, get a lot of crucial points, seeing as France are ranked 7th and Great Britain ranked 10th. And morning budding, nothing much, just chilling. At the moment, how I use says Blues Nate. Thought about the inside ball. Madison Hughes and wrestled around in the breakdown, but now Bizer goes off to Aaron Cummings. Across to the right, Joe Schrader cuts through the defence, finds the offload to Baker, and a rare mistake from that man. It's not often you see knock-ons from Perry Baker. New Zealand on the final, they are not. No, they were playing off for 9th place and lost, so they finished 10th in the competition. Just showing the Australians are sitting on 47 points. The USA sitting on 30 in terms of the overall seven standings. I go British Yami for mum, says Spider Mick. We put men in there, Budgie Smugglers, supporting the USA. Unfortunately for them, though, USA not exactly playing their best game of sevens here. James Turner now going back across to the left-hand side. Hutchinson away to Matthew Gonzalez. Anufe makes the tackle on him back to his feet. Does win the penalty. Brilliantly done. Good shot in again. Here goes to the right, to the left-hand side. Madison Hughes goes to Cummings, sells the dummy as if he was going on the inside. Doesn't sit it. Go out to Perry Baker. Right near halftime now. We are just hearing the siren, but there's still time for the USA to score before the end of this half. Schrader passes it out wide again to Anufe, who had a standing start. Outside to Tupuola. Back across again. Cummings. There's one more to Bitzer. Baker now in space. Sargent trying to win the foot race, but he's not going to. And Perry Baker has got the try right at the end of the first half. Anufe doing the first initial work for the USA to help them get that try. Have a look now at the odds. Yep, USA, as expected, are extreme underdogs in this case. And I don't think that will change unless they can score themselves an early try in this second half. And yes, but it doesn't matter no more. Now with this format, Madrid winner takes all, says Mikel there. Good news. Argentina on top, says Blues Nate. And so love to see them winning, says Mikel. And of course, they have got a game just around the corner. That will be the matchup between the Fijians and Argentina. Now, that is one to keep a close eye on, ladies and gentlemen. We just know it's going to be a good game. Normally close when those two sides do go head-to-head. This one, of course, will be no different. Just advertising McDonald's at the moment for myself. That is lovely. Wouldn't mind some lunch at some stage soon. But USA, their job is not done. Australia, the same can be said about them. They scored 3 tries in that first half, which is all well and good. But you have to make sure you keep on applying the pressure. Got some interesting ads. I think we got some new ads here in... Oh, no. Same one again. Sorry, I was getting distracted by the New Zealand television. This is the beauty of rugby. Every tournament, we can't predict the semi-finals and the finals. Our team's not winning. One is not guaranteed to win another. So he's coding exactly right. I mean, we saw Fiji beaten by Spain to take them through to their first ever semi-final. We saw Argentina get defeated by the Irish. Then Ireland, the sad reality for them is they did all the hard work of beating Argentina, then let it slip up against France. And that is something that I'm sure they will be disappointed about. We've got there, isn't it? The top 8 teams go through to the Olympics for the men's and the women's. The top 5 automatically qualify for the Olympics, but I believe they have already done those qualification ones for this Olympics. So I think it will be working towards next year's competition in terms of the rankings. Now Schrader goes across to Anufe. Not many changes being made for either of these teams at halftime, wanting to keep that pressure going. Now back across Schrader, going in behind. USA inside of their own half. Bitzer manages to find the offload to Schrader again. Back to the left-hand side. Cummings charges hard. Australia's defence so far have been pretty strong in France versus Brits final. What about the ladies, Emmy? It is New Zealand versus Australia in the final of the women's. Also, coding they lost a Sears Blues. Nate, and now it is going to be the penalty in favour of the Australian top ranks. Sears Blues, Nate, and New Zealand finishing 9th is doubtful for the Olympics. Now they've already qualified for the Olympics, but of course not where they want to be. But then saying that, if you're going to have your rough games, you might as well have them before the Olympics, similar to Fiji. You might as well get them out of the way now, so that when the Olympics comes around, you do a whole lot better. Henry Hutchinson, they just show there the perfect work and the breakdown to be able to get the steal straight over the ball. And Australia now 10 metres out from the USA line, who do now make a couple changes. I see Lucas Lecamp is on the field for Inufe, and I believe Perry Baker is actually another player who's been taken off. I'd be disappointed that he wasn't able to have more of an impact. A ball's thrown in by Josh Turner. Back across to the right-hand side. Dietrich Roach carving through. And James Turner, he is down now. Scores the try. He was almost partially held up. But that will now more than likely secure the game for the Australians. 5 minutes left in this game. The scoreline's starting to get a little bit too one-sided for a lot of people's liking. James Turner just uses his size to his advantage, and also that speed sometimes can be underestimated, how much momentum you can create by just running straight and hard at the opposition, no matter how big of an individual you are. Turner just got it down here as he crushed in the process. And Dietrich Roach just missing away to the side, so the score will remain at 24 points to 7. The USA to win this, they would need to score 3 tries. I believe 2 of those would have to be converted. They've gone for the grubber attempt there, Australia, and they've knocked the ball on. A mistake from the Aussies. They decided they'd try a little bit of a fancy tactic, but it's backfired. Now Cummings tackled just inside of the half. He was rolling forward, unfortunately, so it counts as double movement. Now Josh Turner puts it out wide to, Dietrich Roach. He didn't actually see that ball due to looking into the sun. Was offside, in fact. Now inside ball to Lucas Lecamp. Hutchinson thought about the steal and the breakdown. He's also been tackled by Lucas Lecamp in that breakdown. Try and stop him from getting that ball back. Now back across to the right-hand side to Paula. He is going through and he will score the try for the USA. It's not over yet. There is still time on the clock. 3.5 minutes to be exact. Tupuola, his first try in the LA Sevens competition. Come at a very important time for the US. Like I mentioned, they're ranked 8th. And with Great Britain, I believe no matter where Great Britain finish in this one, they will actually go higher than this USA team. Tupuola does score the try. USA sitting 14 points to 24. Joe Schrader now being taken from the field. Quite a few big, talented players for the US are now off. Taken by Henry Hutchinson. Dragged down by Cummings. Now going short side. Josh Turner to Nick Maloof. In fact, that's still Nathan Lawson. Penalty to Australia. They'll look to slow this one down with a 10-point lead. There's no need to go too aggressive here for the Australians. 5 penalties conceded by the USA throughout the first 12 minutes of this game. Looks like more changes are about to be made. James Turner making his way from the field for Australia. Now 14 metres out from the line. Jashan, unfortunately, just wasn't able to get out of that breakdown in time, the USA representative. Now Jimmy, no, it is Josh, one of the ones with the J, has got himself the line-out throw. Thrown in over the top of the USA jumper, and Cummings. Now Australia going away to the left-hand side. Dietrich Roach's hands are not working. He has Had a bit of a fumble there, but has managed to regather. Now Dowling goes for a little grubber in behind. Patterson tried to go with the air boot forward. And now the space is there for the USA to be able to counter. They still have 90 seconds remaining. Wide cut out pass. Goes to Cummings, who's showing off his pace. Breaking through one tackle. Madison Hughes shut down by Australia. And Hutchinson on the ball wins another penalty for Australia. And this time, they will once again kick this one to touch. Hutchinson asks for a high five from Nathan Lawson. Australia has this in the bag. So he's coding as long as they don't concede in the next 30 seconds, which they shouldn't be able to with the amount of time that will be used up from this line out, the Australians should finish in 7th place. And that would mean that the 8th place position does go to the USA, which is exactly where they are sitting on the standings at this point, but maybe not at the end of this round. The next game that we are covering on the channel was initially going to be 12:45, but 12:55, I should say, for that next contest. And it's going to be the matchup taking place between Argentina and Fiji. That's going to be another mistake there. Unfortunately, just too many errors here for the USA, although they have now got the ball back here. 10 seconds remaining. Esdale not able to go through. Another knock on here. Passing out wide. Pinkelman goes to Madison Hughes, showing off his stepping. Cummins to 22 metres from the try line here for the USA. They cannot win this game, but they can make it competitive. See if they can get just that one more try. Kicked him behind. I think that's Nathan Lawson. Yes, it is. He has cleaned that ball up. Josh Turner going searching for it. Flicks it out the back door. And it's booted into touch by Henry Palmer. The Australians will take out 3rd place in the Sevens. Take out 7th place in the LA Sevens. The 8th place for the USA. But like I said, in 20 minutes time, we will be back for the next contest taking place between Fiji and Argentina. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all for the next one.